The Dolphins and their quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, have a deal. This according to Ian Rappaport. Sources tell me and Mike Garafolo they have agreed on a 4-year, $212.4 million contract extension to lock him in long-term. At long last, Miami's franchise quarterback is paid like it. Money bag emoji, money bag emoji, money bag emoji.
What's the guaranteed money?
We do not have the guaranteed
167.
yet. 167. Good luck with that, you idiots.
I said this before. I get it. This is the way the league is now, and market dictates the value and all of that. But I mean, there's been this rumor that the owners want a salary cap for quarterbacks. I said it some weeks ago. You don't need a salary cap for quarterbacks. You need to be financially responsible and only pay the difference makers at that position. You pay those guys the top money. They will rue this day. The Miami Dolphins will rue this day. This is a mistake. But what are they supposed to do? Ride it out, and if he holds out, whatever. And then you who's their backup? I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
We'll have to look at
Mike White?
Well, how about Mike White's actually not bad. Gamer when he was with the New York Jets. Then you ride it out with Mike White. I'm sorry. I am not paying Tua that kind of money. You need to be okay with letting a guy walk or trading him to a team that's willing to pay him more if he's not one of those guys. And Tua, I'm sorry, is not one of those guys.
Jim, this is one of, I think, the most spot-on opinions you've had this year on the show. It has gotten completely out of control in the NFL, and it's not because it's not that the league needs a quarterback salary cap. It's that the league needs restraint on bad quarterbacks. And Tua Tagovailoa is nothing more than an average quarterback who you will never, ever win with. We all can recognize it, yet they continue to pay these guys. What is the difference between Tua and then going back into the draft or finding a veteran quarterback, finding Baker Mayfield? Would you rather have Baker Mayfield or Tua?
Baker Mayfield.
With the quarterback,
Baker Mayfield's won playoff games.
Yes,
plural.
With the quarterback movement in this league now, which is more common than ever before, right? It increases the odds that you can find a Baker Mayfield type. I would never, ever pay Tua, pay Daniel Jones.
I wouldn't pay Dak Prescott.
I don't know if I would have either. It's a little bit different there because at least he has won the occasional playoff game. And, I mean, I think Dak is better than Tua. You and I just look differently at Dak. But he's not an elite quarterback. So do you really want to pay him elite quarterback money? I'm sorry. This is good luck. Good luck to the Miami Dolphins. It's a good news day for the Patriots, if you ask me.
Teams play so scared at the quarterback position because of the owners. They only have themselves to blame for this. If your general manager and head coach isn't afraid of getting fired for letting a quarterback that's in that range of like 14, 15, 10 to 15, which is where I think Tua is, walk after having a bad season instead of paying him like he's QB1, the money that Tua just got, I'm sorry. Like a lot more teams would try out young quarterbacks. Like you just got to be more fiscally responsible. It's not going to happen because everyone's afraid, and you got to have a quarterback. And Tua gets us to like 10 wins. Okay. And you're going to give him a mountain of money and F up your cap going forward and F up your whole financial structure because of this guy, because he's just good? I'd let him walk or move him and go with a middling guy until you dip back into the draft. And I would not pay this guy.
The whole you've got to have a quarterback thing, Jim? No, you need to have a good quarterback. The difference between Tua Tagovailoa and the average guy in the league is nothing. So why would you pay an average player elite money? Like in
fact, Tua is now the third highest paid player per year basis as far as quarterbacks go, just behind
good luck
Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, both at $55 million per season.
Have fun with that.
And $0.1 million ahead of Jared Goff, who is at $53 million.
Goff, I've had to eat a lot of crow on. I was right about him with the Rams.
But fourth highest paid quarterback in the league, Jim?
No, that's crazy. But, not to contradict myself, he is the perfect fit for what the Detroit Lions are in terms of their attitude, how they run everything there. Yeah. He's a good fit for what they do and that team. And I really wish him the best at this point. I'd love to see the Lions win the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. That'd be an amazing story. But just like someone like Tua and the money and how it's gotten out of control, and guys like that making that kind of money, when to me, in a perfect world, the only guys that are making that kind of money in the league at that position are your freaks, your Mahomes, your Burrows, the guys that really deserve that kind of money. I'll even give you Lamar Jackson, who's now won 2 MVPs, even though he's never won dick in the playoffs. But the owners in the NFL have nobody but themselves to blame for this. They have allowed the league to become so QB-friendly and pass-focused. They've created this environment. where the QBs and guys like Tua, he's now the third highest paid guy in the NFL. Oh, my God. So they've allowed this environment where guys like Tua and wide receivers and pass rushers are able to pound the table and make demands, and you have to pay them. The market dictates the value. So they've cornered themselves with the way that they've altered the league. But I don't feel bad for them. I don't. Like, go ahead, you idiots. You've just ruined yourselves for like the next 15 years, Dolphins. You morons.
You know what they also don't understand is they've made the league so quarterback centric. I actually think it's easier to play quarterback in the NFL now than it was 5, 10, 15, 20
Without
years
question.
ago. So again, like the find a middling guy, and again, like I believe it, Jim. You need a good quarterback, right? It's the most important position in sports. But finding a middling guy in the NFL now is easier than ever before. Again, you can find Baker Mayfield on the open market. You can draft the next Tua Tagovailoa. You can do that.
What did Gardner Minshew just get with the Raiders?
Would you rather pay Gardner Minshew nothing or pay Tua Tagovailoa everything? I'd rather pay Gardner Minshew nothing.
2 years, $25 million, AAV of 12.5. I pay Gardner Minshew that than having Tua.
What's
because
the difference?
Again, it's about the offense and what that coach has built in terms of the system there with McDaniel. Like Minshew could do what Tua is doing.
Yes, of course. What was the difference last year, honestly, frankly, between the Colts and the Dolphins?
Oh, not much.
Not much. Coaching, right? I mean, you want to make the argument that it's coaching and it's a little bit of talent, around. You know what I mean? Listen, I mean, if you put Minshew there with the weapons that he has in Miami compared to the weapons that he had in Indianapolis last year, do the Dolphins still make the playoffs?
Yeah, I would believe that they would.
Again, Pittsburgh.
Tyreek Hill was being talked about as the MVP of that team last year, not Tua Tagovailoa.
If you like that clip, check out more videos from Felger and Mazz here. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.